Welcome to round one of the 2024 Porsche 944 Challenge Series Australia. Round one is proudly presented by L.K Diesel Service, with thanks to our supporting partners: Porsche Australia, EJM Financial Advice, Don Watson Transport, Campione Electrics, Stratton Finance, Hobart, 1-800 Lasagna, AVI Technology, 888 Home Loans, Pit Lane Clothing. Round one sees the championship open at the home of horsepower, Sandown International Motor Raceway. Located around 30 kilometres east of the Melbourne CBD, the historic circuit is 3.1 kilometres long and runs in an anti-clockwise direction. The circuit is well known for its long straights, high curbs, and the dangerous close walls. The circuit has 13 corners. The key corners to watch out for are Turn 1, a heavy braking area but a great passing opportunity. Turn 4, which leads onto the long back straight. Turn 6, the fastest corner on the circuit, and Turn 12, which leads onto the long front straight and towards the start-finish line. Qualifying took place on Saturday morning, and it was the number 3 of Adam Brewer who took pole over side-link driver Mark Verdino by literally 1/10 of a second. Two-time champion Jamie Westaway takes up position 3 over arch-rival Cameron Balla in the number 55 Porsche. The reigning champion Chris Lewis-Williams starts from position 5, alongside Mark Torberts in the number 66 car this weekend. Lyndon Watson comes out of position 7, with Michael Westaway next to him in P8. Number 77 of Joey Kellett takes up position 9, alongside the boss, Tony Andreski. Jared Campione will start from P11, alongside newcomer Andrew Goldman, who makes his debut in the category this weekend. Veteran charger Richard Howe is next, alongside Sam Rolfe, who returns to the field after a few years away. Jimmy Mitchell starts from P15 in the Martini liveried car. John Venoris rounds out the 16-car field. Race 1, the opening race of the season, began on Saturday afternoon, and the field rolled out in dry and warm conditions.
A very good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, race fans alike. Welcome to the home of horsepower, Sandown International Motor Raceway, for round 1 of the 888 Home Loans Victorian State Circuit Racing Championships, the Hugh Gidney Memorial Meeting. Mate, great to see you.
What a way to start, Darren. Thank you very much. Fantastic to be back for the start of a season. Is there a better day in motorsport than round 1 of a season? I don't think so. It's sensational to be back at Sandown. Looking forward to this one, mate. But it looks like we are pretty much all set to go for a start of the 24 season. For sure. Cars all lined up. Yellow flags are out, so let's see how we go. Revs rise. Start of the 2024 season. Here we go. And they're away.
It was Verdino and Westaway who got away first, with Brewer bogging down off the line.
They've let the 944 category get away as well, and it's Mark Verdino who leads that field just ahead of Jamie Westaway in the yellow and black car. Cam Balla, the number 55, four-time champion, sits in third. Adds Brewer, the Black Widow Spider there in the black car, coming under real pressure from Mark Torberts in the yellow car, and Chris Lewis-Williams in the tyre power car also vying for position. They're really going hard.
Balla slotted into third, and Verdino led the field, going into the fast turn 6 for the first time.
So coming into the fast Dandenong Road there, and it's Mark Verdino who leads in the side-link car, shuts the door there on Jamie Westaway in the yellow and black car. Cam Balla slots in third, and Adam Brewer sits in there just behind in fourth. Ads Brewer took pole position this morning, so he'll be keen to jump up the field.
However, with the long straights at Sandown and the heavy slipstream effect, Jamie Westaway very quickly saw an opportunity against Verdino going into turn 1 and he took the lead.
In the yellow car there as he takes full advantage of the slipstream and will lead that field into turn 1. Slides the car slightly wide. Mark Verdino there in the blue and white sidling car tucks up right behind him as well, but that's not too bad, because if they get the drive out of turn 4, which is this corner here, this is what they're all looking for. It's such an important corner at Sandown. You've got to get the drive out of this corner because you've got the long straight all the way up the back straight at Sandown, and this is where you're going to get the most power out of the 944 category.
What speed?
Bella and Brewer fought hard early.
Probably touching on 200 k's an hour as they come up just over the rise there, and you're in top gear. You're into 5th gear there. Some guys, a lot of guys actually, will drop it back to 4th as they go through this corner, because they want less work to do when they get down the bottom here, which is what we call Dandenong Road. They want less work to do.
With the reigning champion Lewis Williams also keen to join the party and not let the leaders get away.
That's hard on the brakes, so you'll then go up to 4th gear through here. And through the last couple of corners as you head again onto the long straight here at Sandown. Number 37 there, Chris Lewis Williams. He is the reigning champion in the tyre power car, and he is now starting to put some real pressure on the black and red car of Adam Brewer. So that'll be a really interesting challenge. The guys, the top 4 or 5 guys here, I can tell you, were covered by less than half a second in qualifying. So you can see how much this category has closed up in the pace in the last year or two, and the number 55 of Campbell there, of course, knows how to win a race and knows how to win a championship, and you can see how close it is.
With the 4-time champion Lewis Williams grabbed a spot over Brewer, going through the fast turn 1, edging the AVI technology driver wide with an emphatic move.
Oh, hello, bit of a nudge there, bit of fighting between Chris Lewis Williams on the right there and Adam Brewer, who's just had the nose cut off there by
elbows out.
Lewis Williams. Absolutely, yeah, it's already on round 1.
Michael Westaway and Andreski continued their race-long battle with neither giving an inch. As Bella continued to harry Verdino. Howe and relative newcomer to the category Campione took up their fight just outside the top 10, with Howe having gained 2 spots from the start and Campione finding no one better to learn the trade from, following the legend closely.
As Richard Howe, King Richard as we call him, the veteran of the Porsche 944 category in the number 8 car there, coming under quite a bit of pressure from Jared Campione, again one of the category sponsors there in Campione Electrics.
Battle between the number 8 and the number 88 would continue all race.
Through the kink there under the bridge, and right, want to get hard on the gas here, drop it back 1 gear there, hard on the brakes, flick it in, turn it right, turn it left, and get real good drive out of this corner, because this corner, last corner on the racetrack, effectively turn 12, turn 13 is considered a corner, but is a kink and flat in these cars. Leads onto this long straight here at Sandown. Category as well, but so it's a real mix of great cars and a real mix of drivers. And great to see Michael Westaway there in the number 45, back in the category again.
The 5-car fight at the front meant the battle for the lead was still on, and despite Westaway clearing out a relatively healthy margin over Verdino, it was still nose to tail on the second last lap. Brewer tried one last final lunge under brakes, and whilst momentarily getting the spot, he couldn't hold it. It slipped back behind Lewis Williams, who took a tighter line through the famous corner.
But then the veteran, the reigning champion, and a guy who knows all about how to win a race, Chris Lewis Williams in the number 37, newly liveried number 37 in the tyre power car there, the Baron of Bonello, as we call him, has just shot back under brakes again under turn 1.
In the end, Jamie Westaway was never really troubled, and he cruised home to claim victory in race 1.
Against Mark Verduno there, which is a great result for Verduno, so that'll see him coming home in second. But it is the two-time champion, Jamie Westaway, who comes home and leads the field and takes victory in race 1 of the 944 Challenge category. Mark Verduno home in second. Cam Bella completes the podium, home in third, ahead of Chris Lewis-Williams and Adam Brewer will round out the top 5. Very fantastic and close racing there in the 944 category.
So it was the two-time series champion, Jamie Westaway, taking line honours. With Mark Verduno home in second, Cameron Bella a solid third, from Chris Lewis-Williams, the reigning champion. Adam Brewer very closely behind, just in fifth. Michael Westaway grabbed the final top 10 spot. Richard Howe recovering to finish just outside the top 10. Andrew Goldman home in 13th on debut, a great run for him. And Sam Rofe unfortunately failing to finish.
We pass over to our commentators for the first race for Sunday morning. Welcome, Jack. Welcome, Emma.
Good morning, Darren. Good morning, everyone, wherever you're watching all around the world on Blendline TV, and welcome to the iconic home of horsepower, Sandown International Raceway.
Race 2 on Sunday morning, and in cool but dry conditions, it was Westaway and Verduno who took up the front row.
And we're waiting for race 2 of round 1 of the 2024 season. All set now for race 2. Revs are on, lights are on, and they're away.
This time, Westaway managed to grab the lead into turn 1.
Through turn 1, Jamie Westaway, the two-time champion, takes the lead into turns 1, 2 and now into turn 3, just ahead of Mark Verduno there. Cam Bella, as we were yesterday, first, second and third. Cam Bella in the Aqua number 55 with Chris Lewis-Williams right on his bumper. Now, Chris Lewis-Williams,
the case in the 944 Challenge Series, it wasn't long before high drama ensued.
it's a drive-through corner turn 1, so it's a fairly quick corner. They're hard on the brakes as you enter it, but very quick corner as you come through that corner. And here is the critical corner on the racetrack, turn 4, and a fantastic shot there from Blendline TV.
As the field bunched up, the infamous turn 4 walk claimed its first casualties of the weekend.
Straight here at Calder. Oh my goodness, we've had a massive incident there.
I agree.
Joey Callock in the 1800 Lasagna car has clipped or run into, or what's happened there, I'm not sure, haven't seen a replay yet, but that's Mark Torbitz in the yellow Pipecraft car, El Presidente as we call him, and dare I say it, Emma, there's lasagna all over the racetrack.
Replay showed Callock and Torbitz proving that 2 into 1 just doesn't go, neither giving an inch, a heavy impact the result. Both cars would make it back to the pits, but now way down the running order.
We can see, unfortunately, Mark Torbitz heading into the pits there. He might have sustained some damage in the Pipecraft car. That yellow car is normally run by Tim Wolf, who has moved up into the Porsche Michelin GT3 Challenge. Mark Verduno getting very wild and woolly out on the corner there, heading out onto the grass. He knows he's got the current reigning champion, Chris Lewis-Williams, in the number 37 tyre power car all over the back of him. And he knows he needs to get the power down coming out of turn 12. They go through turn 13 now, which is effectively a flat out corner, so it's a king.
Westaway maintained the lead. Lewis-Williams coming under heavy fire from Brewer, who'd got past Bella. And whilst that was happening, mid-pack, a real battle was raging. Howe, Campione, Mitchell and Goldman all engaged.
Wow, look at the close racing back through the field. You've got Jimmy Mitchell, Richard Howe, and you've got the newcomers, and we welcome them to the 9-4 category. And there's El Presidente, Mark Torbert's pulling over as a very experienced campaigner that he is, pulling over and letting the guys through. He knows there's a lap down now as well, so he's not going to get in the way of these four. So awesome to see Andrew Goldman, who's new to the category, and great to see him charging through the field. Well, already that's Lyndon Watson, unfortunately, in the Don Watson Transport pulling over. He's got issues by the looks of it as well. So never a dull moment.
Suddenly, Watson, too, found the wall at turn 4, instantly ending his weekend.
Just have a quick look at this replay. Wow, that either that engine or he's got a right rear there may have gone down by the looks of it, but he's got certainly plenty of smoke coming out of the back of that Lyndon Watson car. Back up the front. Let's have a look. We might have a replay here of that tyre, that right rear on Lyndon Watson's car. Wow, there you go. That's one way to flatten a tyre. You can slam into the wall at turn 4. So he's brushed the wall. It's easy to do at turn 4 because you really want to get the drive out of that corner. He's pushing very hard, but he's clipped that wall. Back up the front there, you've got Jamie Westaway, who continues to lead from Mark Verdino, who was a race winner last year in the number 44 Sidelink car there. And again, he's really setting a benchmark this year. He knows he's got a quick car, and he's up against 2 or 3 very experienced campaigners there. Chris Lewis-Williams, Adam Brewer, and the 4-time champion Cam Bella.
Back at the front, a 5-way fight ensured. Westaway, Verdino, Lewis-Williams, Brewer, and Bella all going at it. And with time running out, Bella saw a final opportunity against Brewer. ABI technology driver hung on. For the win though, Jamie Westaway was never headed.
This morning, still raging battles on the final lap here of the Porsche 944 category as well. You're looking at Adam Brewer there, just ahead of the number 55 in the Aqua car, Cameron Bella. That's a close race, but out in front once again, commanding victory by the 2-time champion Jamie Westaway in the yellow and black car. He will again head home Mark Verdino, who is certainly having a great start to his season. They'll come home ahead of Chris Lewis-Williams, who completes the podium just ahead of the Black Widow Spider, Adam Brewer, and Cam Bella will bring home the top 5.
So it's again Jamie Westaway who takes race 2. Again, Mark Verdino in second, and the reigning champion, Chris Lewis-Williams, bounces back with a podium. Tony Andrzejewski with an impressive 6th, Joey Kellett fought back to secure a top 10 spot. Lyndon Watson and John Venoris failing to finish, and Sam Rofe saw mechanical issues. On Sunday afternoon, Race 3, the final race of the weekend, began under sunny and dry conditions.
Everyone's relatively patient and just settling the nerves. Here we go, we've got the 5-second board out. Revs rise, race 3, round 1, 2024 season. Who's going to get away first? Right, there we go, they're away.
The front row of Westaway and Verdino showed the field a clean pair of heels off the line.
Here we go, Jamie Westaway in the yellow and black car again leads the field through turn 1. Mark Verdino in the Sidelink car slots in behind him, and the reigning champion Chris Lewis-Williams hard under brakes there, coming under pressure from number 3 Adam Brewer, and Cam Bella in the Aqua car really wants to get position early and does snatch that out of position, out of circuit number 4.
Jimmy Mitchell sustained the wrath of the stewards with an early drive-through penalty. And, as is often the case in the 944 Challenge, danger is never far away.
Hard under the brakes, just nabs the position there ahead of Chris Lewis-Williams. You can just see how close this racing is in the 944 category. It's like this every time we go out and hit the racetrack, really, but it is very such close racing in the 944 category. You can't afford to make the slightest mistake, because in a one-mate category like the 944, Joey Kellett has unfortunately pulled over, I would say, by the looks of that. It didn't look like he's gone way off that wide. He was out in the car park there, Joey, so I'm not sure what's happened there. It looks like he may have gone off onto the grass.
After a great start, we saw him sitting up in 6th place and needing to recoup points from a tough weekend so far. As the field streamed through the final turn 12, replays showed number 77 of Cullick slammed into the ever-present turn 12 wall at high speed.
Let's have a look at a replay here on screen. Wow. Joey Calder, by the looks of that, has had a serious incident against the wall while coming out of turn 12.
No coming back from there for the 1-800 Lasagna driver. And he knew his race was done, immediately pulling into pit lane and out of the race.
So that is a real serious incident for Joey Calder, who has taken off the whole front right of that car. So that's a shame, and you never like to see that, Jack. So it's been a pretty torrid weekend for Joey Calder, and he had a pretty good season last year. He got Rookie of the Year last year, so that's a bit of a shame to get that campaign off to a somewhat disappointing start for Joey Calder.
The long weekend of racing was beginning to take its toll on a number of cars. Verdino, the next to fall into the clutches of the infamous turn
scholarship season.
Fingers crossed. Whoa, that was a bit of a contact. Oh.
Absolutely, very close. It's stunning. Now someone's lost some bodywork there. That looks like Verdino. It is Mark Verdino pulling off. That is a real shame for Mark Verdino. He had a race win last year and he's come up with 2 second places already this weekend, so that's going to be a big DNF for Mark, and in this category it's pretty hard to come back after a DNF for the points system, so that is a real shame for Mark Verdino. And what it has done as well is it's opened the door for the likes of Cameron Balla and the veterans and the seasoned campaigners of Chris Lewis-Williams and Adam Brewer to bank the points, and it can bite this place, Sandown. There is walls around you. Okay, let's have a look at the top of the screen here now as they get. Now there's Mark Verdino. He's just bang. He's got 2 wide coming out of turn 4. You can get up on that ripple strip on the right, and you are straight into the concrete wall there. So that's a real heavy incident for Mark Verdino in the number 44 sidling car. And as we say in the game, that is suboptimal.
He won't want to see every angle of that.
No, he will not, unfortunately. He's had a real good conversation with the Pertec wall down at number 4, and that's going to be pretty serious damage. Mark was having a great run so far, coming off a race win last year and 2 second places, as we mentioned, but it's opened the door to multiple champions. In fact, if you have a look at this, Emma, you've got the top 3 drivers there have, and I'm not making this up, 10 titles between them.
Yes.
In the 944 category. So you've got 2 titles to Jamie Westaway, 4 titles to Cam Balla, and 4 titles to Chris Lewis-Williams, all running nose to tail for Adam Brewer there, of course, as well. Great to see Andrew Goldman there in the Porsche 944. He's coming under a little bit of pressure already from Andrew Hall, but Andrew Goldman is new to the Porsche 944 category. We welcome Andrew this year and wish him all the very, very best. He's mixing it against some of the top Porsche drivers in the country at the moment. And we all know and love the Porsche brand, and they're synonymous globally with making stunning race cars, really, and they are effectively unparalleled. Big leap over the grass there for Jamie Westaway. He's come under real pressure as they've come down the end of the long back straight there from Cam Balla. Cam Balla is absolutely pushing very, very hard. Look at the top 4 guys here, separated by less than half a second.
With the big guns pushing hard, even the leader was feeling the pressure.
Guys are pushing. Cam Balla heading out a little bit wide there out of Dandenong Road corner, because he's got Chris Lewis-Williams in the red, white and blue tyre power car, number 37, having a lunge, loves this position to overtake and gets the spot over Cameron Balla from Adam Brewer, who's really trying to have a dive with a couple of corners to go. But again, an emphatic victory, and it's 3 from 3 for the 2-time champion Jamie Westaway as he cruises towards the line, takes victory on day 2 of round 1 of the 2024 championships, home just ahead of Chris Lewis-Williams. Fantastic racing. Cam Balla does pick up the final podium position ahead of Adam Brewer. Just a very quick run through for our partners in this category. Porsche Cars Australia, we thank them of course for all their stunning support. L.K Diesel Service, brilliant to have those guys on board. Don Watson Transport, EJM Advice, Campione Electrics, Stratton Finance in Hobart, we welcome them this year. 1800 Lasagna, AVI Technology, 888 Home Loans, of course, who are our key sponsor for Victorian State Race Series. So great to have 888 Home Loans going round again. And don't forget, Pit Lane Clothing. If you need some great off-track apparel, head to pitlaneclothing.com and check them out. They're one of our category partners as well.
So it's 3 from 3 for Jamie Westaway to open his account in 2024. Chris Lewis-Williams completes a solid weekend with second. Cameron Bella also a strong weekend in third. Michael Westaway saw good pace all weekend. And Andrew Goulburn completes the top 9, a great run for him on debut. 5 DNFs in the final race with Mark Verdino, Joey Kellock, Jared Campione, Jimmy Mitchell and Sam Rofe all failing to get home in the final race. If it's close, hard and fast racing in stunning Porsche machinery on some of Australia's best racetracks that you're after, head over to our website www.944challenge.com and check out all the information. The 944 Challenge Series will be back, bigger and better, for round 2 at Winton Motor Raceway on March 15th. We look forward to seeing you there. This has been a production by Pit Lane Media.